Okay, we are live, Roxana.
Hey. Good evening, everyone, and good hello, wherever you are. So tonight we're together because, I'm Roxana Perrier. I'm a space science and physics teacher at IPSA Toulouse, and I'm welcoming you to this live from the moon because we have 4 our IPSA students in a moon base, and they are in a crew with 2 other students from Belgium, from UC Leuven and UK Leuven. They will present themselves and you will see them. And I would like just to, in introduction, to tell you about the super news in space life that happened this couple of days. So yesterday for Earth Day, we had the first oxygen production from Mars. On Mars, we have a MOXIE instrument that produced oxygen out of the atmosphere of Mars. So that's great because we're exploring Mars to get to know Earth better. And I really love this project ever since they announced it in the beginning of 2010-ish years. So I think everyone is super excited about that. And then yesterday, the takeoff was postponed for 24 hours. So I was a little bit sad because our students and EMMPOL 3 mission was launched only once launched on the same day, but actually it was officially launched this morning at 4 a.m. So on the 23rd of April, EMMPOL 3 mission and Crew 2 Dragon were launched together. So that's an historical day for us. We'll take into account the fact that they're as important as the 4 astronauts from the 3 continents that left today's Earth to go to space. So as you saw, I chose a place in between Earth and the moon. I'm not in Mission Control Center on Earth, but I'm not on the moon with them neither. So I'm in between, on orbit. Now I'll let them introduce themselves. So ladies and gentlemen, here you have the EMMPOL 3 mission. And you.
Hello everybody, we are all the EMMPOL 3 crew here. So I'm Romain, I'm an IPSA student, 4th year, and I'm the crew commander of the EMMPOL 3 mission. So now I let Mary present herself.
So hi, my name is Marie Lambert. I'm also a 4th year student at IPSA, and in this mission, I'm the communication officer.
Hi, I'm Hugo. I'm 50, and I will be the biomedical engineer of the mission for EMMPOL 3, and I'm here at IPSA in 3rd year with Maël. So hey, my name is Maël-Aloïs. I'm from IPSA in Iowa 3. And yeah, I'm the data officer on this EMMPOL 3 mission.
Hello, my name is Sibyl. I'm studying architecture in Brussels, and I'm in my last year of math, and I'm the vice commander in this mission.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm a student at the UC Leuven in Belgium, and for this mission, I am the crew medical officer.
So maybe we can present a little bit our experiment during EMMPOL 3. So first, for me, I will study growing plants in microgravity. So with the RPM machine, we compare some plants growing in different conditions of microgravity. But I will also use the spectrometer to study biomarkers for our fingertips or for our plants in microgravity. Then I will be helped by Hannah Relly, which is currently in the MCC and will be part of the EMMPOL 4 crew.
So myself, I have 3 different experiments. One is on the chart, so it's not the special that was predicting the information. I have also the algae, so this is about growing plants in the habitat and trying to find out where is the best place to grow them. And the last one is memory test that I will be doing with shooting my graph on the analytical board.
For me, I will work with Shannon on the NAP experiment. We will study the astronaut rest in a thing like a cocoon. And when we simulate the astronaut during the nap with horizontal oscillation and parallel oscillation, and we will study and analyze data. I will also work on a remoteable telescope with Maël and with Kevin, who is
for myself, I'll be as Hugo as so that I'll be working on a remote telescope. Also, I'll be working on a rover in collaboration with Shirayu, which is in the MCC. I'll be fixing things on the rover, and while him will be remotely using it at distance, about 3 kilometers away. And finally, my main experience is growing plants using elements, nutrients in order to grow plants in space without proper soil.
Me, I'm working on the habitat and how the habitat can influence the social interactions inside, and also how the feeling of the habitat can make you have a good or a bad day. And so, yeah, I'm working on some on some 3D modelization of the space here.
I'm focusing on exercise. So I'm doing 3 maximum exercise this EMMPOL mission, and I'm going to look at the heart rate and also the heart rate discovery. And next to this, I'm also taking a lot of parameters like heart rate and blood pressure every morning to see how they evolve throughout the week.
So this is the overall view of our mission, but this is still the first day of our mission, so there is a lot to do during the next days. So do you you may have some questions to ask us probably, because this is quite an interesting mission, I think.
So Mathieu is asking, how are you doing, guys?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Mathieu is asking, how are you doing, guys?
We are a little bit tired because the mission were launched, as Roxana said, at 4 a.m. this morning. So we had only a few hours to sleep, but I think we will get some rest tonight. But we are still really excited to do this mission.
So, just a couple of things more for this super mission. It was possible for them to be in the moon base today, thanks to collaboration between Euromoon Mars and the Analog Astronaut Training Center, whom we thank very much to welcome you for welcoming you for this week of isolation inside the moon base. So as you see, the EMMPOL crew mission is isolated with no daylight inside, and they will go under a lot of psychological and physical experiments, but also fundamental science, as you heard them talk just a couple of minutes ago. So if there's any question, any at all, besides the fact that they look tired a little bit, know that I'm sure I was there and they are all excited, and that beats it all, even the tiredness. So go for it. Ask them a lot of questions. Did it work?
Yeah, we have another question from Ciro, who is asking, how was your selection for this program?
We had a contact with Bernard Foin with the help of Roxana Perrier. So he told us a lot about the project of Euromon, and we were selected to do the EMMPOL 3 mission then, and that's we prepared this mission during months and during weeks, and we are finally here to do this mission. Yeah.
So for me, I'm a member of the Mars Society Belgium, and so that's with them that I told them that I was really interested into analog missions, and so they told me to contact Mr. Bernard Foin, and that's how I managed to contact him and present him my project and my vision, and he agreed to put me in the EMMPOL mission, which I'm really happy about.
For me, I'm writing my thesis at the Suivez, and I'm doing that under the supervision of Sarah Battard and Bjorn Bazelet from SDK. And they were actually in contact with this organization, and I had to write my own experiment that was related to what I'm doing in my thesis. And that was accepted by the school, and it was also interesting by the organization, so that's how I got in.
Okay, so we have a lot of questions coming. We have a question from Ludo, who is asking, how do you sleep, how do you eat, and how do you wash yourself over the mission? Is it 100% identical to the condition on a lunar base, or is it lightened?
So for the sleep, we are in bed because we have gravity back. And for the meals, we have a proper diet, and we're preparing every meal like with all the ingredients, everything every day. And for washing ourselves, we don't have any shower, so that's quite hard. But still, it's day one, so it's okay now. And we have to wash ourselves with a little baby wipe. Yeah.
Thank you. Another question from Mathieu. Could you speak about your experiment a little bit?
All the experiments?
Yes.
Because like there is a laboratory inside the base, so there is a lot of things to do. In fact, there are some experiments we are running. We are like, for example, we need to pee every morning and every evening in order to study it. But this is all for the all crew members, but we all have specific experiments for each other. So for me, it's more the RPM machine with growing plants in microgravity and the spectrometer. So we have our schedule to run our experiments each other. I don't know if you want to add anything.
For myself, I have a human factor experiment, but for the skill being made by Kevin in the Institute Center, and we have to go looking for the find about the memory test.
For the telescope experiment, in fact, we are testing if we can handle a telescope 3 kilometers away from the EPC, and with a good condition, and try to see some objects, celeste objects in the sky. So I think
for myself, for the aquaponics, we'll do different specification for the water, in which we will add will be cold or warm. We'll be adding some nutrients and things to and see the evolution in time. And so, yeah, you see, I started to create different boxes and prepare all this stuff. We are at day one, so we are starting our experiment.
My objective is more to create an environment good enough to create all those experiments. And so for that, you of course need to avoid stress and other negative emotions. So that's why the architecture of the space is important, so that you can have a good working space.
For me, so the main experiment is really the exercise testing. I'm looking at what is discussing, but additionally, I'm also doing urine analysis and saliva samples. So those are extra, and we're doing them to collect a lot of data, so later other students can analyze this data.
Thank you. Another question. How long are you staying there?
So we are staying 7 days in the base. That's all.
And did you have chance to see the lift of today?
Unfortunately not, because we are isolated, and the only communication is basically with the MCC. We heard that Romain has this stuff.
What is Mars Society?
Yes, so it's kind of a group of people who are passionate by Mars and all the technologies and all the other specific scientific aspects related to Mars. And so there is some Mars Society, I think, in a lot of different countries. And so me, I'm affiliated to the Belgian one because I'm from Belgium. But
Bernard is asking, hello to EMMPOL from Euromoon Mars plenary team. How do you follow distancing measures?
Well,
we had all COVID tested to take the plane, so it's pretty safe, but it's hard in this closed environment to have social distancing.
No, we're well negative. We are actually not quarantining all together, and we're basically quarantining together, so it's fine.
We can't really hear you. Could you just come closer from the microphone?
Sorry. No, I was saying that we're all negative to COVID test, so there was actually no problem in quarantining all together because we are basically quarantining for 1 week. So it's fine.
So for now, we don't have questions anymore. Maybe, guys, if you can show us around, where do you live? How do you live?
Can you repeat the question, please? We had an issue with
yes, as we don't have questions anymore, could you just show us around, where do you live and how do you live?
I don't think
the computer.
It's not possible because Agatha, with the chief of AATC, we don't know what we are allowed to show and what we are not.
Okay.
For safety reasons.
After we share photos.
Yeah.
Normally we share photos with IPSA communication, so you will be able to see a few room we have. Maybe we can go inside that stuff.
So if anyone in the chat has questions, feel free to ask. Or guys, if you have something else to add, feel free also to speak.
I think we are all tired from the lunch.
Maybe what is the most difficult for you, even if we are at D1, but what is the most difficult? Is it not feeling the sun, feel far from your family, etc.?
Can you repeat, please?
What is the most difficult from now to accept? Is it feel in a box or to feel away from your family?
Sorry, we have a really bad connection here on the moon.
Let me just write it in our private chat. Maybe we could be better.
What's the biggest difficulties for us?
Yeah, what's the biggest difficulties? Is that you mean?
For now. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can, but we have some cuts.
Okay, so just repeating the question. What is the most difficult things for now? Is it feeling away from your family or feeling trapped in a box?
I think for me the most difficult thing is not knowing what time is it because of the sun. Like we have no natural light, so I don't know what time is it. Like we just have artificial light, so it's really weird to wake up in the morning and not see the sun and anything. So for me that's the hardest thing for now.
Yeah, for me it's the same as Mary. Not to see any windows, it's quite hard.
Any windows, no fresh air.
For me, it's also maybe the food, because we have to respect a strict diet. Everybody needs to take eat X gram of this kind of food, and so it's you have to eat everything. Otherwise, you have to write a report to say that you didn't eat one part of it. So it's, but yeah, it's an adventure.
For me, to that is also the disconnection with my family and the world. That's yeah, really all Capcom and all we have.
Yeah.
Question from Bernard. How many hours of free time did you have today?
Usually we have 1 hour of free time per day, but today we didn't have the time to take 1 hour of free time.
I think it will be the same for the day after.
How comfortable is the station?
Really great. You have proof.
I think it's okay. Like the most difficult part is the shower, because we don't have showers, but the rest is okay, I think. Like,
And also the waste, we have to leave with all our waste until the last day. So during 7 days, we have to keep all the trash inside. So for now, it's okay, but in a few days, it will be a little bit harder.
Who organizes this simulation?
this is the Astronaut Analog Training Center in Poland, which is directed by Agata, and this is also with Euromoon Mars. So they are working together, and they organize many missions like this. So we are EMMPOL 3, but there was also EMMPOL 1 and EMMPOL 2 during October 2020. And after our weeks, there will be EMMPOL 4 and EMMPOL 5.
Another question. Could you sleep well on the first night on the moon? How many hours?
We have slept 6 hours.
6 hours, yeah.
Something like that. but it was a good sleep for everybody, I think.
I think everybody was very tired, so we just like went to bed and slept immediately. And after, yeah, it took 6 hours because it was the minimum to be like efficient today. But yeah, we're really looking forward to tonight. Actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a question from Gustav. Hello everyone, what motivated you for this mission?
Can you repeat, please?
What motivated you for this mission?
What did we do for the mission?
What motivated you for this mission? What was the motivation?
What was the motivation?
The motivation. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Why did we want to do this mission? For myself, I was always very interested in space exploration, so being in an analog mission is getting closer to what astronauts do in real life, and it's just amazing to be here and to be in this condition and to try and to experiment how is it when you're living in a different place like that.
Me more, I wanted to prove that in architecture we don't have to just do a modern classic architecture. We can also do some. We can also work with some different partners, like for example space. And so I'm writing my thesis also about space architecture. And so I wanted to get even more involved and experience the space itself.
For me, it was more like to experience like an analog mission, and it's really the closest experience to be a real astronaut. So we are kind of in under the skin of an astronaut, so that's quite interesting.
For me, I was particularly interested by the space habitat, and I also would like to apply what my knowledge studied at school in something I like very much, and I also wanted to experiment the astronaut life.
For me, it was to, as a physical therapist, I wanted to extend to space world, and just anything related to human space flight is really interesting to me, and also research that we're doing a lot here. So.
Yes, as many IPSA students, I'm a space fan, and so yeah, I want to work in the space sector in the future. And so doing these experiments, like with the rover, it's getting a first touch to rovers which will be sent to Mars with no Perseverance, but other planets and stars with probes and things like this. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna give the end to Roxana for a few minutes.
Yeah, just a couple of words about the fact that the crew is inside the moon base, but they need to support. They need a science support and mission support, and they have a mission control center. And in order to talk with the mission control center, they have the Capcom. So we have the pleasure to welcome tonight Gary Brady, who's the Capcom of the mission EMMPOL 3. So we'll give the floor to Gary. So the floor is yours.
Your microphone isn't activated, Gary.
No, you're mute.
Yeah, correct.
There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. Joining you here from Earth, from the Mission Control Center. It's been a busy day trying to organize everything for the group. We've been working on schedules as well as any questions that the team arises with. Myself and Maria have been in contact throughout the day to try and solve any issues that they might have. And yeah, MCC is busy, to today. Busy day.
Cool. So what did you prepare as schedule for these guys? What
currently our scheduling officer is he's working on setting up the schedules for the next couple of days, so that hopefully any issues that we have in scheduling today will be resolved over the next coming days, and I can be in contact with the communication officer to resolve some of these issues. So if things take a bit longer than expected, we can adjust that, or if things need to be shortened down, that will all be adjusted as well.
So we didn't ask them yet about their first day schedule, if it was cool or not, but how was that for you to put on the first day schedule for this new mission, this new crew?
Today, I believe that they've done up mostly their own schedule. It was a bit of a late start last night, to say the least. So I think they had a bit of a lie-in today. Maybe skip some breakfast and straight into work. So they've kind of just been settling into the habitat today, and then the real work starts over the coming days, I guess.
So they're adapting just like real astronauts. They didn't even realize that they are doing it. It's a real thing. So they're 100% in it. They're so tired. Like, if you look at them, they are super tired. Yeah, but they had all traveling for almost 2 days, stressed before the traveling. So it's like the 4 astronauts that took off today, but the 6 of us, the 6 of them, our astronauts, were traveling too. So I think tonight they will deserve their nice rest. Good night rest. Do not forget to do your yoga tonight. So you will be more relaxed. So back to you, Gary. What can you tell us about mission control duties?
Okay, so each one of us has individual roles that we've delegated for each individual. So for myself, I'm Capcom, which means that I'll be in communication with the communication officer within the actual habitat itself. So any issues that will come up from within the base will be communicated to me, and then I'll have to communicate it with the team to try and discover any issues. As well as this, we have a scheduling officer who's currently working on setting up the analogues astronauts schedules for the next coming days to make sure they aren't too busy, and that they do have the times for the breaks and for their exercising, as well as a decent chunk for the designated food times as well. And obviously that's going to be a bit of an issue because a very strict diet over the next week for this team. Also, as well as this, we have other people that have been working on different schedules today for their food measurements, water intake, and diet and sport as well.
Thank you. So, Ophélie, do you have any other questions for our crew or our Mission Control Center?
Yes. So, a question from Gustave. Do you think it will help you for your future career related to space exploration?
Hopefully, yes. Personally, I would love to be an astronaut, so hopefully it will help me to achieve that goal. I don't know for you guys.
I think I will, but this mission will help everyone to go on your dream.
I think it's good just even to show that we are motivated in the space sector, just to prove that we're really interested in it. So we do analog missions all our time. So yeah, and it's great to meet other people from other countries that share our passion for space.
Thank you. Another question. What languages do you use on the moon?
We are using English because we all speak English, but this is the common language here. There are a lot of French, so sometimes we are speaking a little bit French, but that's really rare.
Will astronauts also have GBL speakers on the moon?
GBL speakers.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I think so. It's important to relax listening music, and we just had an issue with the sound, so we needed to turn it up a little bit.
How did you get selected for this simulation?
How do you get selected? Yeah. We already answered that question, but I think it's just basically try to make contact with the EMM, and after showing your interest and going to the meetings, and after if you really have a great project and you feel that you're a good person, basically you can be selected.
Yeah, you need to have an experiment to do inside the station, and also, of course, be open-minded and be ready to meet new people and just have this experience, which is really unusual.
Thank you. One of you would like to be a genuine astronaut and the first one on Mars?
Ooh.
Why not?
Why not?
It's a really great goal. So first, to be an astronaut, it would be really cool. And then we will consider if we will be the first on Mars.
A question from Oliver Searle. How immersive is this simulation? What measures are put in place for the simulation?
A lot of things. I think it's really immersive because, first of all, there is no windows, so we have zero repairs with the outside. We are really acting like astronauts. I think the thing that differentiates us this is because we have gravity, and all the other things are similar to astronauts.
Yeah, we have to economize all the resources like water and everything. We have to be careful with all that, not to waste anything, for example.
And if we have an issue, we have to handle it.
Yeah.
Like this morning, we have no lights. Thanks to MCC, now it's okay. We have lights, but this morning it was not the case.
Also, we have a very strict schedule to follow. So when we wake up, we know at what hour, we know what we have to do every hour of the day, and we have to stick to it as much as we can, as astronauts do in the International Space Station. So it's quite similar.
So we don't have a question, but this is just a message from Brent. Thank you all for filling in the questionnaires for the mental health, especially when you are all so tired. Keep up the great work.
It was a pleasure, Brent.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have questions. Maybe if you're too tired, we can close this live. If you want to add one last thing before returning on the moon, it's your chance.
Well, just thank you very much for the people that came to this live and for asking questions. It's very nice for us to be able to, in a certain way, speak with you. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and it was a pleasure to share our passion and our mission.
So
now finish.
Yeah. I would like to thank you guys. Wish you a super mission, and hope to see you next week. Enjoy the weekend, even if I know it won't be a real weekend because you will go into the mission really fast and be super
focused on everything you have to do. So there will be no Saturday, Sunday, Monday. All days will be alike because you'll be 100%, 200% into the mission. So hope to see you for a next live. I hope that you will get to squeeze another live into your schedule. That's a message, slight message for the Capcom and the schedule officer. So it was nice to see you all smiling, given the situation and your degree of tiredness. And thanks to the MCC for the time. I know that is very, very difficult for you too, that you're very busy for this first day. So yeah, wish you all good luck and enjoy. And yeah, I'm proud of you, I know. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.